Hey there. I am Surreal469, and this is going to be different than any of the videos that I usually make on my channel, but it does still have to do with my YouTube channel and YouTube in general. This is a message to all the reactors on YouTube, all the reviewers, all the critics on YouTube. Doesn't matter how big your fan base is, doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, from millions to thousands to hundreds to dozens to two. This is a message to all of you. Recently I've gotten, not recently, yesterday in fact, I had not one but two strikes levied against me from YouTube for reactions and reviews that I did in December. And I've had various other copyright notices over the past few months since I started doing this in December, and it's come to my attention that the way YouTube figures out copyright notices, infringements, levies those against account owners is through a content ID system that doesn't understand context and doesn't understand fair use. YouTube, for its part, seems to, at least for a while, it seemed to not be targeting the big guys, but as I am noticing recently, after doing a little bit more digging, it has come across some of your channels as well. I recently saw a video with Akasan discussing his copyright strike that he's gotten, and the copyright school that he watched, I watched that as well. And the reason why I've come to you reactors is because this is clearly not right. And I'm asking all reactors out there, big and small, to come together to come up with a united front, with a show of solidarity to YouTube and to the big corporate owners who are throwing about these copyright notices left and right because of an algorithm that can't pick up fair use, that can't understand what fair use is. I'm not asking for wartime march to YouTube or big boycott of big businesses or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is us coming together and going to YouTube and going to big corporations, big media corporations, movie studios, music studios, etc., that we react to, that we review, well within the limits of the law, and having a discussion with them about fair use, about this algorithm that's used, and about trying to set up a system that's fair for everybody. I believe that one person, one reactor, going to them, saying something to them probably isn't enough. I've seen what Nintendo did with Angry Joe after getting the levies, the notices levied against me, and looking into it a little bit more. I saw what they did to him, and it wasn't fair. I'm in the middle of what they're doing to me, and it's not fair. And I'm sure that if any of you out there have gotten multiple notices or even strikes against you, you understand how unfair that is. We need to show YouTube and these corporations that what we do isn't out of malice, even if we dislike the work, even if we hate, let's say we hate a song and we're ripping it to shreds, or we hate an artist and we're ripping it to shreds. It's not out of malice necessarily. What we're doing is critiquing, is criticizing. It's something that's been done for decades and decades and centuries before. It's just on a different platform now. You know, instead of in a paper or on the radio or on television, it's now moved to the internet. Instead of someone writing down their thoughts after listening to something or watching something multiple times, reactors like us get to point out our reactions to it, our points of view, our critiques of a work in real time. And that's just where the beast is going. Unfortunately, as technology's moving forward, is corporations and some part of technology is also keeping it from moving forward. And so this is me reaching out to all the big names. Akasan, Tyrone Magnus, Real Rejects, Captain Sparkles, League of Super Critics, any fucking critic that I left out, the big Fantastic Four critics, which is, I think I named right off 3 or 4 of them already. There are many critics who I don't know yet. Pushing Up Roses, JonTron. What doesn't matter what kind of what you react to. Doesn't matter if you react to internet videos, if you react to movies, music, video games, if you review any of that stuff. I am asking you to throw your 2 cents in, throw your hat into the ring, throw some suggestions out there. Let's spitball. Let's brainstorm. Let's figure something out. Whether it's a United video, whether we actually try to get in contact with YouTube, whether we try to get in contact with the big corporations who are levying these notices, or some combination of the above. I feel that a united or a combined unit together has, with the combined power of our voices. There you go. See, I'm sober for this one. I usually drink. I'm sober for this one, so bear with me. Our combined voices together saying at least a semi-united message of, hey, listen, let's talk this thing out. Let's figure out what's fair as far as copyright is concerned for all parties involved when it comes to reacting and reviewing, because as it stands now, a couple years ago was too far one way, in which copyright holders weren't necessarily getting paid or notified or anything like that, and they had to do all the hunting themselves. And now it's gone too far the other way, in which the reviewers and reactors are getting a bit of the shaft. So I think with all of us together, big, smaller, and different, I don't care if you've got millions, hundreds of thousands, hundreds, dozens, or just 2 subscribers, you and your mama. Come together, everybody. I recently started a Twitter account called Reactorverse. Go ahead and check that out. Reactorverse is the name of it. This is going to be an open space where we can all kind of talk with each other. If you have better open spaces where we can talk, that's great. If you want to start a YouTube channel or something, whatever. It's at the very early stages at this point. At this point, all I'm really trying to do is get us all together to try to figure something out to bring a cohesive, unified message to YouTube that reactors count. The reaction landscape and universe and community is huge. There are literally millions of views. There are people with millions of subscribers. There's money to be made in reacting. There's money to be made in having somebody watch a reaction for your product, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. We can all get a piece of this reaction pie, and unfortunately right now the reactors, I feel, if it continues down this trajectory, are going to be really cut out of the equation and make it so that it's not viable anymore, at least not on YouTube. I know some that have gone to different channels, different websites. I know I started a channel on Dailymotion. Some gone to Blip. Some gone to Vimeo. Like, there's a couple of different places that other people have gone to, but YouTube is the big stage. YouTube is where you get the most attention. YouTube is where you can pick up the biggest audience because it's the biggest name in town. So my message to you, again, is for all of us to come together. Tweet me at Reactorverse on Twitter. Hopefully we can get everybody supporting all this, or at least some of the big names in on this, because we're all affected. Doesn't matter your fan base. We're all affected. So Please give that a shout out. Please share this video with other reactors. This is really a reactor specified video. You can spread it to as many people as you want to, but specifically we're looking for reactors in on this. That's all I got to say. No tag out, no silly graphic or anything like that. Just tweet at Reactorverse, and let's see if we can make a bit of a difference here.